Close your eyes and imagine this for a second. You walk into a party. Everyone's laughing, chatting, holding drinks, moving from group to group like they've known each other forever. Then someone turns to you and says, "Hey, where are you from? Tell us about yourself." Your mind goes blank. Your heart, it's pounding so hard you can hear it in your ears. You want to disappear? You think of all those English words you memorized, but they vanished. That was me every single time. But today, I love starting conversations in English. I look forward to them. And in this episode, I'll share exactly how I transformed from that shy, silent person to someone who can confidently share stories, make jokes, and truly connect in English. And trust me, if I can do it, you can too. When I started learning English, I was what you might call a silent expert. I could read advanced articles, ace grammar exercises, and write perfect essays. But put me in a room with real people? Disaster. I remember one time I was at a hostel in Thailand. Everyone was hanging out in the common area, sharing travel stories. I wanted so badly to join. I rehearsed my sentences in my head over and over. Finally, I got the courage to say, "I go to the temple yesterday." And as soon as the words came out, I felt everyone's eyes on me. There was a pause, a long, painful pause, and then someone corrected me. "Oh, you mean you went to the temple yesterday?" I nodded awkwardly, my face red, and I went back to my corner. That night, I lay in bed replaying that one sentence again and again, feeling embarrassed and angry at myself. But that moment, as painful as it was, planted the first seed. It made me realize that no one actually cared about my grammar as much as I did. They were just happy I was trying. After many awkward moments like that, I started thinking, why is it so hard to speak, even when you know the words? I realized our fear isn't about language at all. It's about something much deeper. Fear of being judged, fear of being laughed at, fear of not belonging. Humans are wired to stay safe in groups. When you speak a new language, you leave your safe zone. You risk mistakes, weird looks, misunderstandings. Your brain screams, "Danger! Don't do it." But guess what? That fear is an illusion. It's a mental cage we build for ourselves. I knew I had to break that cage. One day, I decided to do something small but scary. I walked into a local shop and forced myself to say something in English. I remember standing by the door, breathing deeply like I was about to run a marathon. I stepped forward and said, "Hi, do you have this shirt in a smaller size?" I messed up the sentence structure. I forgot a word halfway. But the shopkeeper understood me. She smiled and helped me. That smile changed everything. It was the first time I felt that even if I wasn't perfect, I could still communicate. And that communication, not perfection, is the real goal of language. After that day, I made a new rule. I would laugh at every mistake. I remember telling someone, "Oh, I love to cook my mother," instead of, "I love to cook with my mother." They laughed so hard they almost fell off their chair. Instead of crawling under the table in shame, I laughed too. We both laughed until we cried. And guess what? That moment turned into a funny story we still talk about. When you laugh at your mistakes, you take away their power. You turn embarrassment into connection. And that is magic. Another key part of my journey was finding a community. I joined an English-speaking club in my city. I remember my first meeting clearly. I didn't say a single word for the first 45 minutes. I just listened, nodded, and sipped my drink. But by the end, I forced myself to introduce myself, even if my hands were shaking. The more I went, the more comfortable I became. Eventually, I started leading small group discussions. I realized everyone in the room had the same fear at some point. Finding people who understand your struggles makes the journey so much easier. You feel supported instead of judged. Here are some mental shifts that truly helped me. 1. Perfection is a myth. You'll never be perfect. Native speakers make mistakes too. 2. Focus on the message, not the words. People care about your story, your emotion, not your exact sentence structure. 3. Make mistakes your teacher. Every mistake is a tiny lesson. 4. Celebrate every tiny win. Said one sentence? Great. Ordered food without pointing? Amazing. 5. Create a safe environment first. Practice with supportive friends. Or record yourself before going into the real world. These shifts are what move me from a silent learner to an active speaker. Once my mindset started changing, I created daily mini challenges to keep pushing my comfort zone. Some ideas you can try. Leave a voice note in English to a friend today. Order your favorite drink in English, no pointing. Introduce yourself to one person online in English. Write a short diary entry or record a voice diary every night. Watch a short video, then try summarizing it out loud in your own words. These daily challenges work because they are small enough to do, but big enough to grow your confidence. I want to share a few inspiring stories from other learners who overcame their fear. There's May from Taiwan. She was terrified of joining work meetings in English. She started by saying just one sentence at the end of each call. Thank you, I enjoyed this discussion. After a few months, she started sharing opinions and even giving presentations. Then there's Diego from Argentina. He loved English music, but was too shy to sing. He started posting short singing clips online. People supported him, and now he performs live at language events in his city. These stories remind me that fear is a shared human experience, but courage, that's what turns us into global communicators. Now, I have a mission for you. Today, think of one small speaking challenge that scares you just a little. Not too big, just enough to make your heart beat faster. Maybe it's introducing yourself at a language exchange. Maybe it's calling customer service in English instead of typing. Maybe it's ordering pizza without using an app. Write it down. Commit to it. Then do it today. When you do, come back here and share your story in the comments. Tell me what you did and how you felt. I want to celebrate your bravery. Before we finish, let me remind you of something important. You don't have to be perfect to be understood. You don't have to sound like a movie star to be respected. You just have to show up, open your mouth, make mistakes, laugh, connect. If someone like me, who once froze at the word hello, can now speak confidently to thousands of people, then so can you. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode helped you or inspired you, please share it with a friend, subscribe, or leave a review. And remember, it's not about speaking perfect English, it's about speaking bravely. See you next time, and until then, keep challenging yourself, keep laughing, and keep growing. You got this.